Hello and welcome to Sports Fan Entertainment. I am finally back for my NFL Week 3 picks and predictions. Just a real quick update on where the hell I've been. In case you don't know, I am a Vanderbilt student and I went to the Vanderbilt-Kansas State game in which Vanderbilt defeated Kansas State. And during the game, I was yelling my ass off. I was flirting with the girl next to me. And the day I woke up afterwards, my voice was completely gone. Okay, I couldn't talk for like damn near 2-3 days, but I'm back. I can talk now, and you can still even hear a little bit of my voice being lost, but it is coming back, and now I can talk, and I will give my NFL Week 3 picks and predictions. Now, the schedule. Tomorrow, I will be here to talk about the Titans game against the Jacksonville Jaguars because I have to do that. Titans fans are begging for that. I will not be able to recap Week 2. I'm sorry, but you will have a 2018 NFL mock draft either being uploaded on Friday or Saturday, so stay tuned for all that. Last week, Week 2 picks, 12-4 straight up. Damn. And I still had some people, some Bronco fans, some Lions fans saying, ha ha, you were wrong about my team. If you're really concerned about that, you're not paying attention to the whole thing. I was damn good last week with my picks. This week we're in trouble. Okay, this is not going to be a good week for me, and I'm telling you, this is not going to be a good week for anybody. There are way too many home underdogs this week. This is dangerous. I'm hoping to escape this week with about 10 wins and I'll be happy. Okay, 9 wins may even be good. Way too many home underdogs. So with all that said, let's start my Week 3 picks and predictions. Let's start with the first game, the Thursday Night Football game, tonight's game. As we have the LA Rams at the San Cisco 49ers, the first case in which we have a home underdog. Very dangerous. Okay, the 49ers last year swept the LA Rams. So dangerous, but I'm picking the Rams because the Rams currently have so much more going for them than the 49ers. It appears, because we're still early in the season, and we may find out by mid-season, by late season, the 49ers have a very good defense, and they have these really upcoming players, and Reuben Foster and Solomon Thomas and Jimmy Ward, and it's great. But right now, the 49ers have just not looked good this season as of yet, and they're going to look better. But while the Rams have had some, forms of life, they scored 46 points their opening game. There's much more to like about the Rams than the 49ers right now. But again, concerns me that the 49ers did sweep them last year, and this game is in San Francisco. Look out for this game. Next game, we have the Baltimore Ravens at the Jacksonville Jaguars. Now, for this game, you look at the Jacksonville Jaguars, and I think that they're dangerous, folks. Again, I know they got their ass kicked Week 2, but they kicked the Houston Texans ass Week 1. Okay, this is significant. So they can still have a nice showing in this game, but the Ravens are playing just too well right now. The Ravens are one of those teams to where perhaps by the end of the season, they won't be that good. Okay, perhaps they're having a Minnesota Vikings or Philadelphia Eagles 2016 start, where they start out so hot and they still don't even make the playoffs. But like the Eagles and like the Vikings, they're playing really well in the beginning of the season, and you need to respect that until they don't. So I'm picking the Ravens because right now they're playing really well. That doesn't mean they're going to be playing well in December, right? They can still choke, just like last year, how the Vikings choked, how the Eagles choked before. Now, this is a team to look at. Got to give me the Ravens right now. They're playing great, especially defensively. Denver Broncos at Buffalo Bills. And again, you look at this game, and the Broncos, they could be like the Vikings or Eagles last year, where they start hot, they look great, Super Bowl contender, fade late. But right now, they're playing great. They have to respect that, at least for right now. Bills, okay, last week they lost. I don't remember who they were playing right now. The Panthers, they lost. Of course they lost. It was like 9-3. It was horrible. They can't score points offensively. First week they beat the Jets. Who cares, right? The Broncos are just too good. Their defense playing great, but this could be a nice equalizing game. People go up to Buffalo and lose, so it would not shock me if the Broncos lost. But the way their defense is playing right now and the way the Bills offense is playing, you gotta give me the Broncos to go to Buffalo and get it done. We move on to the New Orleans Saints at the Carolina Panthers. Now, are we going to have the same thing? Are the Saints going to start 0-3 yet again? Oh my goodness. I'm going to pick it, okay? I'm picking the Panthers to win this game, but The thing that concerns me the most about this game and about the Panthers for the next 6 to 8 weeks, Greg Olsen won't play. And I picked the Panthers to win the NFC South, and they look like they were going to me. Their defense is looking great. Okay, but you know, the offense now with Greg Olsen being out is going to struggle. Christian McCaffrey has not become ingratiated in the Panthers offense as much as I was expecting him to early. Perhaps he will catch fire, but right now this concerns the hell out of me. I think the Saints will cover this 5.5 point spread, but you got to give me the Panthers to win this game in Carolina. The Saints, though, how bad are they? We're going to find out very, very soon. The Pittsburgh Steelers at the Chicago Bears. We have yet another home underdog here, and look out, because as I told y'all last week, okay, when the Steelers were hosting the Vikings, the Steelers will whip people at home. In Pittsburgh, you're going to get whipped, okay? But when they go on the road, they have problems. They lost to Miami horribly last year on the road. This is interesting. Look out for this game. I know the Bears aren't that good. I understand that. Look out for this game. Hell, the Bears almost beat Atlanta week 1. Where was that game? In Chicago. I think the Bears covered this 7.5 point spread, but you got to give me the Steelers to win the game ultimately because Mike Lennon stinks. And as a result, the Bears stink. Look, Bears fans are so interesting, right? You know, last week, Anthony James put out his power rankings. And I saw Bears fans saying, oh, how could you put us 31? We almost beat the Falcons. Who cares? You lost the game, and next week you got your ass kicked by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Almost winning doesn't mean diddly poo. You're going to almost win this game, but you know what your record is going to be? 0-3. There's going to be 3 or 4 other 0-3 teams. You're going to be among one of the worst teams in the league. Why? Because you're one of the worst teams in the league. That's it. I'm sorry. We move on to the Atlanta Falcons at the Detroit Lions. Now, another home underdog. Very dangerous. The Lions tend to get these games done, but this is a team in the Atlanta Falcons that I project to be a playoff team. And I know what you're going to say. Well, the Lions have beaten 2 playoff teams in the past 2 weeks. They beat the Cardinals, a team a lot of people had going back to the playoffs this year. And they beat the Giants, a team that I had going to the playoffs this year. But perhaps those won't end up being playoff teams. Perhaps by the end of the season, the Cardinals will only be 6-10, 7-9. The Giants will only be 8-8, 9-7. And we'll look back and we'll say the Lions still have not beaten a playoff team. Whereas the Atlanta Falcons look like a legitimate playoff team. So because I think we're looking at a true playoff team here, and the Lions have struggles beating true playoff teams, I'm picking the Falcons to go to Detroit and get it done. They have great momentum right now. They're looking great. This game will be close. We're giving the Falcons to win in Detroit. But again, kind of like the Ravens, kind of like the Broncos, perhaps the Lions could be that early season threat, which concerns the hell out of me because right now they look great. But again, I think history is telling me the Falcons are going to win this game. We move on to the Cleveland Browns at the Indianapolis Colts. And as I told you last week, people, the Colts ain't that bad. That week 1 crap was overreaction, and I told you. And I told you that they'd come close to beating the Cardinals, and they really, really came close, couldn't get it done. So this week, they're hosting the Browns, and the Browns stink. Okay, of course they stink. You know, someone has to stink, people. Browns fans, we don't stink. Bears fans, we don't stink. 49ers, we don't, y'all stink. Okay, someone has to stink, and it's y'all. Sorry, just letting you know. So you look at this matchup, the Browns aren't very good. They lost Corey Coleman to a broken hand, and Kenny Britt has yet to show up in Cleveland. Deshaun Kaiser, while I like him, he's a damn rookie and not a very good one. 3 interceptions last week against a great Ravens defense. I think the Colts win this game. I think Jacoby Brissett right now is at least as good of a quarterback as Deshaun Kaiser is, and I think the Colts defense, while they had a terrible outing week 1, week 2, they showed that, hey, they can be pretty good, especially against the run. It's Indianapolis. They need to win this game. If they don't win this game, it's 0-4 start, as next week they go to Seattle, I think, and they're done. Okay, so like the whole season's done at that point, even in the AFC South. Give me the Colts to win this game and save their season. Browns still aren't very good, but there's promising pieces in Cleveland. We move on to Tampa Bay at Minnesota. Tough game for me, as I like the Bucs this season to go 10-6. I said this in the preseason, but the Vikings are at home, and I like picking the Vikings at home, and they're dangerous at home. It appears as if Sam Bradford will return for this game. Okay, Dalvin Cook has been running the ball well, and the wide receivers in Minnesota have also been playing well. Adam Thielen's been stepping up. Stephon Diggs didn't have a great week 2, but had a great week 1. I like what Minnesota's doing offensively, although that was against New Orleans Saints. I like what they're doing offensively, okay? Tampa Bay, they handled the Bears last week, but I still have my concerns there in Tampa Bay. I think they're going to underwhelm at times, especially in a game like this. Give me Minnesota. They're the home team, and I like them at home. I really like Minnesota at home. We move on to the Houston Texans at New England Patriots. Patriots, people. Come on, people. And Houston Texans fans, look, you got your win last week. Okay, it was cute. You beat the little Cincinnati Bengals. Okay, it's so cute. Now you're in trouble. You're going to Foxborough, and you're going to continue to hand the Titans the division. As I told you preseason, I tried to warn you. I tried to tell you, Texans fans, you still probably don't believe it, and that's fine. It'll be evident by week 6. Give me the Patriots to win this game at home handedly. We move on to the Miami Dolphins at the New York Jets. Look out. We have yet another home underdog. This is a divisional game. If there's any game that the Jets can win this season, it's 2. Okay, it's hosting the Dolphins and it's hosting the Bills. Now, the Dolphins looked good last week. I mean, relatively. I mean, they beat the Chargers. The Chargers choked. The Chargers should have beat them. But the Dolphins looked competent. So because of that, I'm going to pick the Dolphins to win this game. But Jermaine Kearse has been making plays in New York. Josh McCown's been making some good throws. And their offense has some life. So the Jets aren't completely lifeless. They're going to win a game this year. I think now maybe even 2. It would not shock me if this is it. But I just can't risk it. I just can't pick it. Although, as I'm telling you, there's going to be some upsets this week, people. You look at the next game, the New York Giants at the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm now done with the New York Giants. Again, it is early in the season, but man, they just look done. They look demoralized. They can't score anything. Eli Manning has reverted back to the Eli Manning of old, like 2013, not even that old. He's stinking right now. I like Evan Ingram. Odell Beckham's going to be healthier for this game, but Philly's playing pretty well right now. I know last week they lost in Kansas City. Who cares, okay? Ooh, you lost in Kansas City. You suck. No, you don't. You're fine. It's damn Kansas City. They just beat the damn New England Patriots by God knows how many points. You're fine. Eagles in Philly to handle. I think they handle the Giants. We move on to the next game. Seattle Seahawks at the Tennessee Titans. So, people, I'm biased as hell, right? Well, I'm biased good, because I'm 2-0 picking Tennessee Titans games this season, and I tell you exactly what the hell is going to happen. I mean, people, I tweeted during the game. This game was 3-3, Titans versus Jaguars, okay? 3-3. People were on Twitter concerned as hell. You know what I tweeted? We got this. We absolutely going to win this game, no problem, forget about it. Second half, showed up, won the game. Why? Because I know this team. I know this team. Listen up, people, we're losing this game. My prediction right now is the Tennessee Titans lose to the Seattle Seahawks. But I'll have to add a little bit of a preface. I do not feel very confident about that. The first 2 weeks, I was very confident. We're going to lose to Oakland almost 100%. We're going to beat Jacksonville almost 100%. This one, I'm only 60% right now on the Seahawks, because we could pull this out. We'd have to pull together the same type of game we pulled against the Broncos and the Chiefs last year, okay? Where it's tough, it's defensive, and we pull it out. The one reason why I don't think we do that was Alex Smith and that was Trevor Siemian. This is Russell Wilson. And we still have problems with really mobile quarterbacks, especially the ones that can really throw too. I think it's going to be really close. I think it's going to be really tough, and it's going to come down to the last minute. I think Russell Wilson gets it done because we have guys that can't really cover this kind of running quarterback like Russell Wilson is. And now Corey Davis is going to be out for this game. Don't love that at all. Are we going to consistently move the ball on this Seattle defense? Because right now they're playing completely locked down. Aaron Rodgers had one nice throw against them and that won them the game, but they're playing great. And the Seahawks stink on the road. I get that. Well, maybe not stink, but they're not very good on the road. But are we good at home? I don't think we're good at home. We had 2 good home wins last year against the Broncos and the Packers. Very good. And the Jaguars win was pretty good too. But we also have a bunch of home losses. You know, to the Raiders every year now, it seems like. So I'm picking Seattle. I'm not 100% sure on this, but I'm picking Seattle. But again, I still have 11-5. I still have us winning this division, but this is, I think, like the second or third toughest team on our entire schedule. Will be fine. We move on to the Cincinnati Bengals at the Green Bay Packers. Now, I got to go with Green Bay. You know, the Bengals are disappointing me. I only have them going 8-8 this season, but they're still disappointing me this season. They stink. They fired their offensive coordinator. People, I called this. Hello. I said in my Bengals and Texans game recap, if you actually watch the game, you'll see their offensive coordinator is an absolute moron in Cincinnati. Next day, they fired the offensive coordinator. Pull up the tape. Watch the tape. You'll see these things. They're going to improve. Okay, they're going to be somewhat close in this game, but it's in Green Bay. Got to pick Green Bay. Kansas City at LA, and I'm gonna be a moron, okay? I'm gonna be a complete and total stupid moron because I had to have one stupid pick a week. Okay, so I picked the Chargers for the past 2 weeks, and I've gotten 2 L's because of it. But damn it, they have to get a win. They're not that bad. They're significantly better than the Bears, the 49ers, and the Browns. Significantly, okay? Sorry, Bears, 49ers, and Browns fans, they are. They have to get it. This is at home. I know the Chiefs tend to dominate the Chargers. I think they swept them last year. But damn it, this is at home. The Chiefs are riding a little bit too high. They're great. They're very good. But they're riding a little bit too high right now. The trap game has to be coming for this team. This has trap game to me written all of divisional game, you know, afternoon game. The Chargers, I think they should have won this game last year. Was this the overtime game week 1? I think they get it done. And perhaps I'll be a clown. If the Chargers screw me over again, I'm done picking that horrible team. But I got them. I got the Chargers winning this game. You have the Oakland Raiders at the Washington Redskins. Now, here's the thing. I told you last week, didn't I tell you? Do not fall for this week 1 crap. The Redskins are fine. They're a fine team. They're not great. They're probably not going to make the playoffs, but they're fine, and they're dangerous. Okay, and they won the game against the Rams. That was a complete week 1 overreaction by everybody. Rams blow up the Colts. Redskins lose. Rams. Come on. We remember what we remember. The Redskins are fine. Rams, not so much. They're getting better, but they're not very good yet. So with all that said, the Redskins are dangerous in this game, but we have to remember what we remember. The Redskins on national television stink. Kirk Cousins doesn't show up. Got his ass kicked week 1 against the Steelers last year, and didn't show up in the playoff game against the Packers. And they did beat the Packers on national television that one game middle of the season last year, but they tend to really struggle in these games. While the Raiders right now, they look really good. And like the Kansas City Chiefs, I do think a trap game is coming. But I think Derek Carr is just going to outduel Kirk Cousins and the Washington Redskins in this game. So give me the Raiders to win this game, but I'm not 100% sure on this, but I'm pretty sure about this. And then final game, Dallas Cowboys at Arizona Cardinals. I am 100% sure on this. Give me the Cowboys to win this game. Cowboys to bounce back after their horrible showing in Denver last week. It was horrible. It was awful. It was embarrassing. The first time the Cowboys under Dak and Ezekiel Elliott have lost to a team not named the New York Giants, the Philadelphia Eagles in Week 17, or Aaron Rodgers, okay? And yes, that's the team name, Aaron Rodgers. So with that said, give me the Cowboys. They got to bounce back. Cardinals aren't very good. Okay, without David Johnson, offense struggling, defense is still good for the most part. Patrick Peterson's playing great, but got to give me the Cowboys to bounce back because they're just still too good. So we look at my guarantees for the week. Broncos -3. Again, it's in Buffalo. Could be a trap game, but the Broncos are playing great right now. Give me the Broncos -3. Saints +5.5. I don't think that they win this game, but the Panthers offense will struggle without Greg Olsen, and the Saints will come close to winning their first game, maybe even end up winning it, so I like this spread. Give me the over for the Falcons at Lions. 50.5 is the current total, so that's pretty high already, but this should be a high-scoring game. Lions scored 35 points week 1 at home. Also scored 24 on the road in week 2. I expect them to end up with about 27-30 in this game. Falcons to win the game, scoring about 31-34, something like that. Give me the over 50.5 for that game. Raiders -3. Again, although the Redskins are very much a threat, because again, they're that home underdog I keep talking about, I think the Raiders get it done. You know, I think Derek Carr gets it done. He's playing so well, especially in the spotlight, the national television spotlight. I just think the Raiders just get it done, man. And then the Cowboys -3. They know they need to bounce back. They have great intangibles. They're going to bounce back. There you go. So there you go. Those are my week 3 picks and predictions. And again, I think we're in trouble this week. I mean, I hope I'm wrong on this, but I picked 10 road teams. good luck with that, okay? You know, I always love to pick home teams because home teams tend to win in the NFL. It's about anywhere from a 55% to 60% chance. So the fact that I picked 10 road teams this week is dangerous. So there you go. Those are my thoughts on week 3, my picks and predictions. What are your thoughts? Comment down below. I want to know. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like, comment, and most importantly, to subscribe. And until next time, this has been MJ of Sports Fan Entertainment. And I'm out. See you all later.